There is an anecdote that goes, "Do you read novels?" And the other person replies, "Yes, all 6, once a year." The 6 novels referred to are those of Jane Austen, the implication being that her novels are the best and only ones worthy of being called novels. And they are really, really good. 100 books you must read. Number 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Sense and Sensibility, Pride and Prejudice, Mansfield Park, Emma, Northanger Abbey, and Persuasion. If you live and breathe and like reading, then you're probably already familiar with the works of Jane Austen. But on the off chance that you aren't, here are some synopses and highlights. Sense and Sensibility is about 2 sisters, Eleanor and Marianne. Eleanor is all sense, and Marianne is all sensibility. Love tangles ensue when Marianne's flame Willoughby turns out to be a cad, and Eleanor's love interest turns out to be secretly engaged. But everything will turn out all right. Right? Pride and Prejudice. The irrepressible Lizzie Bennet meets the reserved Mr. Darcy. She thinks he's proud, he thinks she's prejudiced. But first impressions aren't always what they seem. And this book has one of the most quoted famous first lines ever. It is a truth universally acknowledged that a single man in possession of a good fortune must be in want of a wife. Mansfield Park. Little Fanny Price goes to stay with her rich relatives at Mansfield Park. She grows up there and falls in love with her cousin Edmund. But when will he realize it and stop hanging about that flighty Mary Crawford girl? Emma. Jane Austen herself described the main character of Emma as a heroine that only she could love. It's true that Emma does like to matchmake a little bit. Too bad she doesn't know how to interfere in her own life. Northanger Abbey. It's a satirical parody of the Gothic romance. The heroine, Catherine Morland, loves Gothic romances, but her life is as prosaic as can be. Things look up when she goes to stay at gloomy Northanger Abbey, which seems to be full of secrets. Imagine her chagrin, though, when a mysterious sheet of paper only ends up being a laundry list. Will Henry Tilney be able to forgive her flights of fancy? Persuasion. Anne Elliot has 2 simply dreadful sisters, a father who's too proud for words, and a friend who persuaded her to relinquish her only suitor. Will she yield to their persuasion again when he comes back several years later? Ah, Jane Austen. If you read nothing else on my list, you have to read her. And now, just a little poetry to brighten your day, by Emily Dickinson. To wait an hour is long if love be just beyond. To wait eternity is short if love reward the end.